It's Friday, November 9th, and I'm your host, Paula Hersey. On today's show, we have all the happy faces from oyster season opening day last Saturday. Sarah Beal heads over to the Hyannis Youth and Community Center to get the scoop on upcoming events. And we look back at Election Day and meet a first-time voter. And there's a very special segment that'll introduce you to the newest member of the Channel 18 crew. Let's start with some news you can use. As part of the Water Pollution Control Division's ongoing sewer inspection program, the town's consultant will be conducting camera inspections of the existing sewer system on Route 6A. This work will be performed from Tuesday, November 13th to Friday, November 16th. Police details will direct motorists around the inspection crews. Motorists can expect altered traffic patterns and minor delays during the inspection period. And plan accordingly if you are headed to the transfer station this weekend. In observance of Veterans Day, the facility will be closed on Sunday, November 11th. Thanksgiving always seems to be a holiday of traditions, no matter where you go. The Hyannis Youth and Community Center has two events coming up that include the whole family. Tim McGrath and Mickey Davies have more on how these can become your traditions too.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us today. We're talking all things basketball. Very exciting. It's turkey shoot time.
It is. It is. We're approaching our turkey shoot, which is one of it's my favorite event. It's a free family event with an adult and a child partner up. They each shoot 10 free throws, and the top three collect a prize. Really, everybody gets a prize, whether it's a frozen turkey that they can take home for a first prize, and then gift cards for second and third, and then we have smaller prizes for everyone who participates.
Awesome. This is such a fun event. I know that John Gleason kind of brought this out to us from Western Mass. We've talked about this program before with him, and it's a lot of fun. It takes place right here in the HYCC gym Saturday morning. You can sign up ahead of time, but you will have day of signups.
Yes, yeah, that's where we get most of our registration is walk-in day of.
Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about the pairings because, you know, it's by age group and that's how the timing goes. So we have kindergarten and first grade is at 9 a.m. So let's talk a little bit about the kindergartners and first graders. You do lower the hoops for them, I hope.
Yes, yep. So we lower the hoops down and they actually shoot a little bit closer than the free throw line.
Wonderful. And this is a partnered event. So, you know, a family member, aunt, uncle, father, mother, brother, cousin,
grandma, grandpa, whoever it may be. We just need an adult and a child to pair up, and they can shoot 10 free throws, and most of it gets them in, gets the turkey.
Awesome. And then after that at 9:30 is the second and third grade group. Same thing, lowered the hoops. Maybe not as close as the kindergartners and the first graders.
Yep. Yeah, so their hoops are still lowered. We back them up a little bit, and then they get a little bit more real shot.
Right. And then after that, we move on to the 10 a.m., which is fourth and fifth graders, and this is when it gets to start to get real competitive.
Yep. So that's usually our biggest age group is the fourth, fifth. So they're shooting from the free throw line at the hoop, which is at its normal height. So.
That's a little bit difficult. I think I would need to find myself a kindergarten through third grader to partner up with if I was going to do it. And then you have 6th and 7th at 10:30, and then 8th through 12th grade at 11. So the older groups, the older kids. Do you have a lot of older kids that come and participate with their families?
We have a good amount. That we've regulars that come every year, and they've been doing it since they were in 2nd, 3rd grade, and now they're doing their 8th through 12th. So they've run the gauntlet.
They know how it goes. They know how it works.
Absolutely.
And so awesome to see like a little kindergartner or first grader, you know, I won the Thanksgiving turkey. Like I've provided this for my family.
Right.
So it's a fun event. I think anyone who's interested, whether you're good at basketball or not, I mean, come down, participate. It's a fun thing to do on a Saturday morning. You know, I think it might be raining on Saturday morning, so it's the perfect thing to do, you know, get out of the house, get active. Well, people have some time to warm up in the gym before their session starts.
Definitely, yeah. So we allow, whenever you come in, as long as we're done with the age group before, you can come in and shoot a couple hoops to get warmed up.
Nice. Speaking of basketball, we just had rec signups for winter programs started this week, and you run the basketball programs along with Melanie Mimo. How is the signups this year?
Signups are going good. So like you said, we just started registrations yesterday, so it's ongoing. And we'll start basketball right after Thanksgiving. We get into it. So we're really looking forward to that.
Awesome. And you do basketball for, what are the age groups that can sign up?
So we have kindergarten through 7th grade. And then I actually have a high school basketball league as well.
Awesome. I know some of the programs, like the BUES program, is after school, but I know the kindergarten through third grade is on Saturdays.
Yep.
And when do the middle school and the high school meet?
So the 6, 7, and 4, 5 are right after school.
Okay.
My high school basketball league is on Saturdays in the afternoon, and then kindergarten through third grade is on Saturdays.
Awesome. And you can find all this information about any of these programs, all the other winter programs that are being offered through Recreation right on the town's website. Tim, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Mickey, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to talk about the Thanksgiving dinner dance, which is part of the Friday Night Social program that you run. So tell us all about it.
Oh, I love it. It's our annual Thanksgiving dinner dance, and the Friday Night Social is a program for adults 16 and up who have disabilities, physical, cognitive. So it's a great program. Usually we end up with, I think we had about 50, 60 people last year if
Awesome.
we include their support staff, and I'm hoping for bigger numbers this year. It is for the members of the Friday Night Social, but this is also opened up to the community. So if anybody would like to come who's a part of the community, we would love it. All you have to do is call my phone here at the office, which is 508-790-6345, extension 107, and just let me know how many people that you'd like to bring, and if you have support staff that are coming along. It is a $10 fee per person, except support staff does get in for free.
Excellent.
Yes.
This is such a fun event. I know this has been going on for many years. I think up there with the Halloween party, this is probably one of the best events. I know I've heard Patty Machado talk about it, about how amazing it is and how much fun it is and how great all the kids are that participate in and the adults that participate in it. So what can people expect if they come? What is it like?
Well, it's going to be great. It starts at 6:30 at the Senior Center. It ends at 9 o'clock. They can expect Thanksgiving with all of the trimmings, you know, so we do have the turkeys that we make ourselves in the Senior Center kitchen.
Nice.
Mashed potatoes, stuffing, vegetables, you know.
The whole 9 yards.
rolls, yes, cranberry sauce, you know, lots of desserts, and we also start out with crackers and cheese and fruit and veggies and dip and things like that.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we do that, we eat first, and usually, Sarah, what we do is we go around from table to table where people offer their thanks. And this is probably one of the best things that we do, and we love listening to it. However, the program is getting so huge that by the time I walk around all the tables, everybody's hangry.
Right?
Right? So this year, I'm hoping, and plus we have people who like to talk.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we can give 10 minutes of thanks at a time per person. So what we're going to do this year is make a big giving tree and put it in the middle of the between the dance floor and where we're eating, sitting, and we have these nice little things that people can fill out what they're thankful for, and throughout the night the DJ will read it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we have DJ Murph, who my guys adore. I mean, they just love following her around. She's great, and she comes and does all of the music after, you know, a little softer music during eating, and then we really party it up.
Oh, yeah.
To give thanks later on in the night.
And work off all that food that you just
Work
ate.
off all the food, yeah, yeah. So, and I'm very lucky because Patty does come and help out. I think this year even John is going to swing by.
Wonderful.
And Joe Izzo is always a faithful attendee, helping with the carving of those turkeys. So I'm
Wonderful.
grateful for him, which is always what I give thanks for. I'm
Right.
thankful for this program, and I'm thankful for all the people that are helping me cook and decorate.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Such a fun event. So the event is tonight. It's at the
Exactly.
Senior Center,
Yep.
6:30. People still have time to sign up ahead of time, and you do need people to sign up ahead of time.
I do.
Okay.
I need people to sign up ahead of time for a good head count.
Great.
Because we don't want to run out of any turkey.
So
We never have yet.
Right.
And we're not going to start now.
No.
No.
Remind everybody what your phone number is so that they can RSVP.
Sure. The phone number is 508-790-6345, extension 107. And we would love to hear from you and see you at our Thanksgiving feast.
Wonderful. Mickey, thank you so much for joining
Sarah,
us.
it's always the best.
Great.
The rain stopped, the skies cleared, and the temperature soared to the mid-60s just in time for low tide and the kickoff to oyster season in Barnstable this past Saturday. And the Channel 18 crew, armed with rakes, baskets, and cameras, captured all the happy faces and even an oyster or two.
we are at Scudder Lane. You can go to the left or the right. You will find oysters on either side. All beautiful oysters ready to go. All you need is your gauge, your shellfishing permit, and you want to go on an open day, so Sunday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Today, you know, it feels very warm out here. It's probably like 65 degrees, but the water's 59 degrees. So if you're wearing waders and you're going into the water, I highly recommend wearing a personal flotation device. You know, it's an easy thing to chuck on if you're by yourself and you're shellfishing when it's cold out. If you trip over a rock, it's a really easy way just to stay safe and be able to get out of the water. You know, it's always good to wear gloves. These oysters are like razor blades, and we check a lot of bloody oysters, so keeping your hands safe, you know, you don't want to get infections, all those good things. Our shellfish team does an amazing job. It's a lot of really hard work all year to get them to this size. So, you know, they have really good rings around them, really good growth from all the plankton in Barnstable Harbor, so it's really exciting that we have this awesome product for people.
And there's other shellfish to be had here, right?
Yes, there's no shortage of shellfish down at Scudder Lane. So we have oysters, you know, that's why most people are here today, but this whole area you see behind me was closed all summer. So it's awesome to have it open because you can go and get quahogs. So hard-shelled clams are on either side, and same with some soft-shelled clams.
Did you get a basket of oysters?
I got my fill. I do every year. I love coming out on opening day. It's always a thrill. Really a nice day. Everything I saw was well beyond the minimum size, and just can't wait to try them later on today.
Was it easy to get your half peck there?
I'd say it could not have been any easier. I didn't wear my waders. I didn't need a rake. I just bent down and picked them up. It was just beautiful.
The weather did not deter people, which is great. The sun's starting to come out, and people are so happy. That's just what I love about it. People that I haven't seen since last oyster season. It's like a big family reunion. We're all getting together again, and they're saying it's pretty easy, so I'm glad. I've done my job. So you can be very selective today. So you go around, you find the ones with the nice bowls. I mean, people, they don't even need to get their rake out, so they're just going down and just their muck boots, no waders, and just picking up what they want. It's been great. So licenses, remember, if you're a resident, your license should be red this year. If you're a non-resident, it should be yellow. That means that you have a current license. So check that expiration date to make sure that you have it. If you don't, come on down, visit us at Marine Environmental Affairs, 1189 Finney's Lane, and we'll get you a new license. It's absolutely worth it because you can get a half a peck of oysters a week in addition to a full peck of quahogs, a full peck of steamers. You'll have a blast, and you'll join the party down here. So come and get your license.
Channel 18 was out at the polling stations during Election Day and had an opportunity to talk to some young voters, even one voter voting for the very first time. It's Election Day in Barnstable, and there's a lot of young voters for the first time heading to the polls. We ran into one just on his way in. Harry Marcus, your first voting. Are you excited today?
I am excited. Yeah, I think it's my duty as a citizen of this great country to come in and vote and get my voice heard.
So let me ask you a couple of questions. When you decided that you wanted to vote, how did that process go for you?
Well, on my 18th birthday, which was back in August, I decided that I really wanted to be able to vote in this election. So the day after I turned 18, I was going to try and go down to town hall and register in the old nostalgic way, but I ended up having to do it online and registering for the draft at the same time online, which made it really, really easy and made me able to not take away time from my schoolwork or extracurriculars to pre-register to vote.
What kind of things in school have you been learning on voting and Election Day?
Well, just a few days ago, there was actually a mock vote. I go to Barnstable High School right down the street, and there was a mock vote there where you kind of went in and they took you a little bit through the process. They couldn't go too much into it because schools are supposed to be non-political. And we learned, you know, what a voting booth looks like and stuff like that. and they handed out the little ballots, and I also got the red booklet in the mail, and I've done a lot of my own research. But teachers haven't really been talking about it. I know they're not supposed to, so I can't blame them. But other than that, that's really all the preparation that the school has provided for me. The whole process, I think, is really exciting, and really what I'm looking forward to is being now an active voice and letting my voice be heard, because up until this point, there's not really anything that you can do as a young adult. I think that young people's voices they need to be heard, especially today, and that's my most exciting moment of today, is letting my voice be heard overall.
How important is it to vote in local and midterm elections?
I'm really excited to be here to vote because it is critically important that we vote in local elections. You know, if we are not paying attention to what is going on in our towns and who's running for positions, then we often have regret afterwards, and I think we saw that in the last election. I'm really excited about the questions in the sense that some of them were hard for me to struggle with. I think the first question, people locally and throughout the state have really struggled with knowing what the right thing to do is, and I think you see there the power of messaging and what each side has done to communicate their question. So that's made it really hard, I think, to decide what the right thing to do is on that question. And then there are, at least for voters like me, some no-brainers, like upholding the rights of trans people and, and making sure that Massachusetts continues to be a state that is open and welcoming for all.
It's crazy out here today.
It's very busy. I thought coming at this time it would be a little quiet before the lunch break, but it's not.
So midterm elections, not normally one of those elections that brings out a lot of voters. What made you come out today?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a woman. Also here, I think is very important for the LGBT community and for the minority and immigrant communities. So for me, it was very important to vote today.
And midterm elections, do you generally vote in the midterms?
I do. I always vote. I've voted in every election since I turned 18, so.
What would you tell the young people today about voting?
What I would tell young people today about voting is don't think your voice doesn't count. Don't think your vote doesn't count. Democracy is only alive and well as long as we all participate. So get out and vote.
The Diamondback Terrapin Turtle Head Start program is in full swing this fall, and schools, senior centers, and even Channel 18 are fostering these itty-bitty hatchlings. The program allows the turtles to grow big and strong while in our care and will be released back into the marshes of Sandy Neck next June. We want you, our viewers, to help name them. Head on over to facebook.com/Barnstable Channel 18 and comment with your best names. Or don't have a Facebook account? Send us an email at ch18requests@town.barnstable.ma.us. is a look at the community calendar. There are 2 events here at Town Hall to honor our veterans, both on Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. This year's Veterans Day Parade will take place on Sunday, again November 11th at 10 a.m. The parade will form next to the Town Hall building, and the Yarmouth Minutemen will volley at 9:58 a.m. The parade will step off promptly at 10 a.m. and conclude at the Hyannis Village Green for the annual Barnstable Soldiers Veterans Day program. This year's keynote speaker is Second Lieutenant David R. Morris. Second Lieutenant Morris is a Space Operations Officer at the 6th Space Warning Squadron based at Cape Cod Air Force Station. He currently serves as a crew commander, conducting radar operations in support of the U.S. missile warning and space surveillance capabilities. The second annual Barnstable Veterans Town Hall will be held on Sunday, November 11th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Barnstable Town Hall, second floor hearing room, Hyannis. 10-minute testimonies of combat veterans. Veterans tell the community what it felt like to go to war. Please join this community event hosted by the Town of Barnstable and the Cape and Islands Veterans Outreach Center. An opportunity to listen respectfully and demonstrate your interest genuinely. This is a solemn and non-political event. There is no question and answer period. No debate on the merits or justifications of war, no recrimination or accusations. This event's concept was created by Sebastian Younger, journalist, author, and veteran advocate, and supported by Congressman Seth Moulton, former Marine and Iraq veteran. Here is a look at the upcoming meeting schedule for boards, commissions, and committees. Comments, suggestions, accolades? Connect with us on Facebook and Instagram. Email us or send us an old-fashioned note by carrier pigeon. Channel 18 works. For you. I'm Paula Hersey, and thank you for watching Barnstable Today.